You know a good garage sale when you see one. So how do you pull off one of these great garage sales? Lucky for us, we are, whether it's your first time or not, we are going to help you make it a success. We're turning to Jen Asay, a self-described daughter of a yard sale queen, for advice. And we could just set up shop right here and have a garage sale today.
We've got a good beginning going here for sure.
So you have brought all of the tips and tricks that we need I'm always a little nervous to embark on a garage sale, but you are gonna bring this full circle, and you have some experience with your mom. What is this?
Yes,
queen of garage sales?
She was just always good about, way back before Martha Stewart knew about packaging, how to organize and set things up. And now we apply it to so many things in life. And I think sometimes we think garage sale, and we just think, oh, we'll do it in 2 days. But to have something successful, you need to have a plan, and you just need to have some simple tips that will make it, so much more than it could be.
Okay.
Than just trying to throw it together at the last minute.
So let's dive right in, because you've brought a lot of examples of how to really make it a success.
Yes.
And the first is to really prepare in advance.
Well, and I think preparing at the very beginning, know what your expectations are. So a yard sale, things that sell well at yard sales people are there to get deals. So it's not an estate sale. It's not something that you would sell on KSL.com or eBay. People are there to get deals. So say you bought a nice dining room table for $800, and 5 years later you want to sell it. You're not going to sell it for $400. You need to know probably a third of what you paid for it. So have expectations of what people are there to get deals. For some people, it's an event every weekend for them to go get deals.
So how far in advance are we actually zeroing in on our garage sale?
So you should have it on your personal calendar, I say 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time, so that you know this is the Saturday, this is the weekend that I'm going to do it.
Start thinking about it, start making a plan.
Absolutely.
You actually even draw a diagram. You've put a diagram up here.
So once you start pulling things together and you see, certain categories that come up of things you have, you can put these plans together. You can have gardening things, you can have tools, kind of know how you're going to lay it out in your yard, knowing that you'll have tables and things like that.
And then you also touched on pricing to sell. You're not going to sell things for the original price. You're going to have to really discount things. So how do you do that?
Right. Well, even if you pull out maybe a blazer that has a tag on it, or maybe even a car seat that had never been used in the box, you're not going to get full value. Usually you'll price that at 50%. Things that have been gently used, about 30% of retail. And then things that were loved but are still usable, probably about 10%. And so being realistic, even books that you've loved that are still in great condition, if you're selling them at a yard sale instead of selling them to a used bookstore, you're not going to get more than $1 or $2 per book. So have pricing expectations. Also, tagging things very clearly.
Are you putting price tags on every item?
You don't need to, but for the most part, yes. So this is what's good. When you have categories like CDs or books, or we've even done it if we've had a lot of jeans. We'll just say, all jeans, $7. And so I'll put a sign here. No one has to wonder,
and that's where the jeans go, in front of that sign.
That's where they go, and that's the books, and there's no, well, how much is that? But for other things, you have lots of odds and ends. I might have glass jars, or like we have here, and so we have these pre-printed ones.
And have you made these labels, or can you buy them cute like this?
You can buy them, but there's also, there's like things online, you'll get templates that you'll say, oh, I need to print these off. You know what I've loved is the pricing gun. So I got one, this is like $10 on Amazon, and it comes with a little tag so you can write on there, and then for clothing and other things, it's so quick.
Because the stickers always fall off, and then people come say, how much is this? And you're like, I don't even remember how much that was.
So $10, and it's kind of fun. The kids like helping get ready.
How important is setting the stage for all of these items and making them look good? Does that help them sell better?
Absolutely. Okay, tables. If you have tables you can use, borrow them from people. A lot of people have some of those Costco tables, these rectangle tables. If you don't have enough tables for things, get a tarp. Do not put anything on the ground. Don't put it on the sidewalk unless there's something below it, whether a blanket. I think blue tarps are great. It's a good base.
And you say hang clothes too. If you have clothes, you want to hang those.
Hang the clothes. So we do have clothing racks that I just use, but you can use a piece of PVC pipe, between branches. You can do ladders on top of trash cans, but things that are hanging up, people will then go eye level, and absolutely you will get a better price. It just looks more appealing.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And put the good stuff in plain view too, you say.
Yes. If you have some kind of headline items, maybe you do have a pretty new bicycle or a lawnmower that's still in good condition, you want to have those out front. People will drive by, plenty of people drive by, and whatever catches their eye, then they'll stop. So put those out front for sure.
Another thing that I'm always worried about is how much cash to have on hand. Or do you have cash on hand? I mean, are you a walking target if you're, strapped with cash?
Well, because we've had times where I didn't think about cash till the last minute. And the ATMs are not going, you can't run around to all of the grocery stores at 11 p.m. and do that.
Right.
Plan ahead for that. You want to have a lot of ones, 50 ones. You want to have some fives, a few tens, and maybe 120, because there might be some person who shows up with a $50 bill.
Money. Yeah. And do you like the lockbox? How do you like to handle the cash?
I like the lockbox. If you have a couple of people going. If you have 2 or 3 of you there, I think there's someone who should be just the cashier.
Okay.
Keeps track of things, and so would keep track of that. But there's also cash aprons that you can use.
So we have this here, and you just wear this during the day with the cash
just
in
wear
it.
It has 3 pockets. Stick the cash there. I can walk around and help people.
That's handy, and then you're not putting it in a pocket and forgetting what pocket
and
put it in.
Also, what has come about the last few years are the card readers. So you can get a card reader for $10 at Office Max, at Staples. Goes right to your PayPal account.
You can actually take credit cards.
And you can take credit cards. $10 just for the reader, and then it links right to your PayPal account. So that's a good one too.
How do you involve the kids? Because garage sales can be really fun, but they can also be really stressful. So how are you managing the kids situation? Okay,
so the before preparation, I think you can have kids of any age, pulling things out of the toy box that they don't need, helping them sort, having them help you sort things, you can do that. The day of, or even pricing in that. I think older kids, you can have 10, 11, 12-year-olds absolutely helping price. Day of, I don't think you want anyone around under 10 years old, because you won't be able to focus on the child. You need to focus on your sale. But the older ones, they can be the cashier with you.
Okay.
They can be refolding clothes, selling treats. They can make treats ahead of time and have their own little sale. Selling water. I know.
That's an easy one.
Yes, but that is a great thing. Have water on hand to sell. They can have treats to sell. They can refold clothing. There's a lot. And for them to see how it works and the whole process of putting this together.
And of course, having free stuff on hand.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of free stuff, or just stuff you want to get rid of? How does that work?
Well, I think so often we look at things in our garage or in our basement and think, oh, this just needs to go out. These are half-used packets of seeds. I promise you there are people who show up who will want whatever you think is trash. Okay. So having a free pile, you can clear out of some of your things. Someone's going to say, great, I got some leek seeds for free.
Okay, sounds great. Yep. Stock up on bags, and then tell us about the yard sale you have coming up. Giant yard sale. Well,
so our neighborhood of the Elk Community Council is doing a neighborhood-wide event where people are doing their individual yard sales. And so it is this Saturday. And some of them begin as early as 7:30. Most are beginning at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And we just have great yard sales and deals out there.
Great. So many good things to think of. Thanks for stopping by.